Dean, who's your goal kicking coach?
One that needs to do a bit of work this week.
Still got the job?
Yes, yeah, not ideal, but to give ourselves opportunities, that's probably the first thing I'll look at. It's something that we've probably lacked. Certainly marks inside 50 and ability to have shots. Previously, we're the second best set shot team. Tonight we were nowhere near it. So, one of those frustrating nights ahead of goal.
How much harder did that make it to feel that you were actually getting the result you deserved?
Yeah, I think that's what you have to try and do with the players. You've got to try and give them confidence that everything we are doing is right, bar the last part. So, and to build energy and to maintain it and not get flat by or disheartened by the outcome. So, that's what we tried to do. We thought it might turn a little bit quicker than what it did, and it's just one of those nights where it kept going.
Traditionally, Port, Sydney, and John used to always make the point about Port's pressure.
Yep.
Turn that table around on them. How much did you focus on that? How much did you believe that was the issue of how to beat Port?
Yeah, I think, over 80% of the quarters that, sides beat them in is where the pressure is over a certain number. So, that's one thing that we try and look at is certainly how we complement our game, but also we have to take out the strength of the opposition as well. That's part of our role is to make sure the players are aware of what that is. So pressure was a big one, and the ability to be able to outnumber and try and beat them in contested possession, especially probably a lot of it post-clearance, which means our ability to work from contest to contest was high. And that's what we need to make sure that we continually do.
What did the win before the bye do for you and the group?
Yeah, I think it was really important. I think the first thing, certainly after the Adelaide game, to try and get our defensive shape right. They kicked one goal in the last 3 quarters against us there, and we kept aside to 4 goals until the last 8 minutes of a game. So I think that's the first part we need to really make sure that spend time focusing on is the way that we can set up when we don't have the ball and give ourselves every chance to win the ball back in dangerous spots. And you have 23 front half turnovers to 8. It's normally a strength of Port Adelaide. They couldn't get repeat entries, so our ball use out of our back half and our contests ahead of the ball to allow that was really important.
Dean, Joel's gone from one extreme where he couldn't miss a goal there and
Yep.
had 9, then has had a day like this. How do you work him through that now? Make sure it doesn't become stuck in his head.
Yeah, I think you sit down with the player, have a brief chat tonight, follow him up tomorrow, and then go back to doing what we have to do, which is getting in front of goal and get him into his routine, start at a position where you can build confidence back in. Because one thing that, and it is hard, the mental side of when you are missing shots from spots you probably normally would kick them from, and then you got to try and focus on the process rather than the outcome. It becomes very tough. So realign him with a bit of that.
Did you see anything in his routine that...
No, not really. No, it hasn't changed. I spoke to him when he come off for the bench pretty much every time. Just go back to your routine, back yourself in, take a deep breath. We'll just talk through it.
You obviously had some key conclusions today. How much do they make a big difference, just the synergy and your connectivity across the game?
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. I think the way they connect with their teammates is as strong as anyone in the team we have. And I think certainly you talk about Errol and what he can do with the ball and how much he gets it and things like that, but it's the way he understands the game, what the state of the game's suggesting, how he can help his teammates get in better spots to help the team, and then perhaps just with the energy he brings and the standards that he demands. They're 2 crucial people. They're leaders of our football club. Tonight was the first time we've had all our leaders play for the year. So, it's good to have them all back.
Do you feel like you're building?
We're playing better footy. I think even through the bye, the way the boys trained and presented after the 4 days off was first class. So, that's all you can ask for. We still know there's a lot of work to do. We've got a massive game next Friday night, against a great team in the Bulldogs. So, we'll sort of look at this, reflect on this and move straight ahead